it might be the first different attractions, ones and classic ones. Meet and greet wise. There are also a lot, and I do enjoy attending a meet and greet. Magic Kingdom, and
Yeah,
I do
really
like
like
the
Yeah, I
Abra.
think
I love those
Yeah.
rides.
the rest I can get enough of from going to Disneyland Paris, so but there's no Animal Kingdom in Paris.
I'm not a big animal person
Yeah.
though. Like, I know it sounds bad, but I only really go to Animal Kingdom for the rides.
Same.
Nothing against the
Yeah.
animals. I'm not like
I like the
I've seen it
lodge.
once. Yeah.
I stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge once.
It's a nice addition, but it's like it's the least. Well, the park that has the least to do.
Yeah.
Really. Jack said, let's see. Most likely Hollywood Studios for the rides and Fantasmic, or Magic Kingdom, again for the rides and the entertainment offerings they have there.
I know
Valid.
I really love Hollywood Studios. I don't know what her favourite is. I know she does love Hollywood.
Before we move on to the developer questions, I'm just going to grab a bottle of water. So 1 second.
Okay, I do have to get going
I'm just
because my
going
food
to quickly.
7:30. So I'm going to have to say bye to everyone. It was lovely speaking to you. Sorry for interrupting you about 10 times, Chris, but yes.
Wow. How incredibly rude.
No, me and my friends, we always interrupt each other in conversations completely accidentally.
Mm,
It's just, if something pops in my brain, I will say it and I don't mean to. Yes, it was lovely speaking to you guys. And if I can join back after dinner, I will.
Right, I am also going to take this time to quickly grab something to drink. We will resume the Q&A momentarily.
Okay, I'm back. Did Izzy leave? Yeah. She did.
I'm also back. There we go.
Hello. Okay.
Good evening.
Hope everyone's
And welcome.
got a snack or something. I don't know how long this is going to take, but
Do you want me to ask the questions, just so it may go a bit quicker?
yeah, that works.
Okay. Right. So the first question that we will begin with, if you are ready, tell me when
Yeah.
you're ready. Okay. So the first question is by Music Fan. They asked, what inspired you to build the Winnie the Pooh ride?
Oh. Typically, I didn't answer an answer for this. I think when I was building the new Fantasy Valley, I knew I wanted to include a Winnie the Pooh ride. And I knew that if I was going to build one, it would be kind of the quality of Tokyo's, kind of like a trackless system. Because I feel like the ones in Magic Kingdom are a bit older, and it looks a bit cheaply in Roblox if I were to recreate something like that. So, if anything, I think Tokyo inspired me to make it. So that would be cool.
And you haven't even been to Tokyo yet.
Nope. One day.
I would go there as well, if it weren't so expensive currently, but...
Yeah, literally. I can see myself going back to Hong Kong, though, after this visit.
You haven't even been yet!
I know.
How do you know if you're going to go back when you haven't even been yet?
Because I know. I can see the future.
Ah, right. You can't really see the future if you keep slipping on things.
Bro.
You should have seen that coming if you can see the future.
Okay, Chris.
Right. Moving on to the next question, that would be, how do you go about deciding which rides should be added to the park and in which order?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't really have an order of adding rides or anything. I kind of just do it in order of whichever I'm most motivated to work on. Otherwise, I just get really unmotivated to do things. And half the time, that's why the rides take so long, because I want to kind of look after my well-being. What else did I put down? Yeah, I should just put what I said. I wish we had an order because it would make it more organized, but I just know if I go by a list, it'll annoy me. So I just kind of do whatever I feel like doing, you know? Hope that helps.
That does seem fair. And then next up we have, why do you not hire new developers?
Oh gosh. I'm looking at the wrong answer there. So
Nice.
the reason I don't hire any developers is because our group right now is well equipped with like our needs, if that makes sense, to make all of our shows and rides and everything. Um, Reese can do something unique, Ryan does something unique, and I do something unique. So we kind of we kind of
Okay, Michael.
we kind of mix well together. So the reason we don't hire anymore is because it's so easy to work with this group that if we were to have another person, it would maybe mess up the workflow. And it would also be a lot more stress for us to handle having someone else, especially if we don't know them very well, because us three are very close. So yeah, it adds to more demand, which leads to more stress and everything. Yeah, like what Ramen said, don't have it too many cooks in the kitchen. Exactly.
That can be very true. Next up we have a question by Blocks Boy and a few random numbers. And they asked, what is the new summer parade going to be called?
I'm not gonna give the name out right now, but I can confirm that it would most likely be the first offering to be released this summer because most of the parade floats are done and the soundtrack is ready, so you won't have to wait long, hopefully.
And this is your reminder that the Imagination with Pixar Parade will be ending with the new parade, most likely.
Yeah, this is a non-seasonal parade, so probably. I'll probably keep Pixar Parade though, because it's a good parade. I'll keep it for some event, but yeah, hope that helps.
Next up, we've got. When will the summer event start? You kind of just answered that, didn't you?
Kind of. June starts. Summer starts in June, so just June time really.
June
Whenever
time.
Splash of Summer comes back, or whatever it's called now, Splash of. What's it called? Yeah, Splash of. Yeah.
Splash.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say Summer Splash, or Summer
Summer Splash.
Banzai, whatever it's
Splash of
called.
Summer. Oh,
Yeah, that
Summer
show.
Banzai, probably. Yeah. Next up, we've got a question that has been answered in a previous stream, which is when will the Merida ride open again? So Merida's Brave Adventure.
To cut it short, I don't know. We don't know what's wrong with it, but we kind of know how to fix it, but it's not a reliable type of fix. We just need to get it done, really. There's another question on here asking what's wrong with it, so I'll answer that question when we get to it.
Don't see that. Well, we get to that. Next up, we've got a question by Why Stella Play. They asked, will Voyage to the Crystal Grotto ever return? If yes, when?
It's not planned to return ever, really. It was a good filler ride in my opinion. I liked it, but it wasn't something I could see in DLW, you know? We were lacking rides at the time, so it was a really good idea. But you know, plans could change. I could feel different at some point throughout the year. It was. I don't know. It's just for a Roblox theme park. It wasn't like the best ride because some people find it more boring. But if you're a princess lover, then you love it. So I don't know.
Would you say that it didn't turn out the way that you wanted it to?
I think so, yeah. I think as well, because when it first started getting built, it wasn't me. I'm pretty sure it was Hawkeye, Alex, that started building it. So I kind of went off what he'd started. So maybe if I were to like remake a similar ride, it would be different. Because it was very outdated as well. So maybe. But I'm not promising anything.
We shall see in the future.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got what are some other planned rides / attractions / worlds, and where are they going to be?
All of the planned attractions are currently already in the game. I said this earlier, but my plan for the remainder of DLW is to finish all these rides that have a construction sign outside, and then we'll kind of go from there. I do want to expand the park, but I'll get to that because there's another question which I'll answer. Yeah,
okay.
that's all I have on that really.
Then we've got, is Dreams Come True Parade going to return in summer 2025?
No, sorry. They were dismantled, so nope. It's not likely. Sorry, guys.
Unfortunately not. Well. I
think I'll go crazy if I hear that soundtrack again.
Right. Just don't watch any previous videos then.
I don't, trust me.
We've got a question from just random Brandon. What are the different stages of planning a show at the park?
The first stage I'd say is definitely making a soundtrack because it's easier to kind of work with once that's done. You know what? You listen to it and you kind of imagine it in your head what you want ideally, and then just go from there. So that's the first part, and then I guess the next stage would be like, I'm guessing this is a castle show that you're talking about.
It doesn't specify,
No,
unfortunately.
it doesn't, does it?
I'm
Judging by
assuming
a
it'll
castle
be
show, the next stage would
offline.
probably be like projections, which is the hardest stage. Trust me, making projections is so annoying. Because you need to make it look different from the last show and unique. Because if you start reusing projections, people will come for you. I don't really know. Like, I only really stick to the first and second stage, which is like the soundtrack and then the projections or fireworks. You know, I don't really do a stage. But if this was some advice, I'd say make a soundtrack first before going into it blind. Hope that helps.
Okay. And then we've got, what has been your favorite ride to work on and why?
Definitely Wally, I think. I think I said this in a stream before, but when we were working on it, it took us ages because it took so much motivation. But when we had that burst of energy, we'd work on it. We'd be so excited because it would look so good on the ride. And we just knew people were gonna love it because it was something we've genuinely never done that big before. You know what I mean? Especially with the soundtrack. The soundtrack synced so well. Like, I didn't even try. Like, I put it all together on Audacity, and I had to slow the ride down in some parts, but it matched so well. I was so proud of it.
Okay. Then we've got Nico, who asked, what happened to the Rave Rage?
Oh, that's that question.
That's the question, yeah.
Yeah, we don't know. So, the ride just stopped working completely, right? Ryan looked at it. I looked at it. Reese doesn't know anything about scripting, so he didn't look. But we cannot figure out what happened. Like, it just won't start. It won't move. But here's the strange part, right? This roller coaster system is the same as our Space Mountain one, which is very old. But Space Mountain still works. So does someone want to explain why Merida is just not working? If you have the answer, please tell me. So yeah, that's your answer.
There's a bear on the track, that's the problem.
She's bearing it down.
Yeah.
It's screaming for Dragon Soul to come back.
Well, Dragon Soul is still open.
Yeah, Dragon Soul still works. There you go. So it's Merida. She just doesn't like her own ride. She wants me to close it. Doesn't make any sense. Wish I knew.
Merida's Brave Adventure replacement.
Back to Dragon Soul temporarily.
Yep. Nico also asked, what will take Trolley Trouble's place?
I don't have any plans right now, but I know that I want it to still be an Oswald ride, even if it's another version of Trolley Troubles. I know for a fact I want an Oswald ride. I'm not sure if it's going to be a dark ride or a roller coaster or what, but I know it's going to be Oswald themed. So yeah, just because it's Oswald, as Joe just said.
The current answer to that question is a hot dog stand.
It looked so empty, okay, so I had no choice.
You just have to put something there.
Yeah.
Next, we've got, when will the train ride open?
It's coming this year, guys. The train is finally going to open after what? How long's the park been here? Almost 2 years.
2023.
Yeah, there you go. It's
April
opening this year, I
2023.
promise. You know what I'm gonna do though? I'm gonna open it and not say anything. See who figures out first.
You did that with
Jungle Cruise.
with what did you do that? Yeah, with Jungle Cruise. I couldn't figure out which one you opened, but you did do that with Jungle Cruise.
Yeah.
It was
I kind of forgot. I was so focused on the park. But yeah, I promise, guys, it's coming this year. I have started it.
we shall see what it will be like.
Yeah.
So that's a long question. I'm going to need to take a second to read this. So we've got a question by HVAD. I have no idea how else to say that. If you are going to have a parade at night in the game, can you try to have more lights or dim the lights? As during the Halloween theme, it wasn't very good when the lights were on in the park, but if the lights were dimmed and the lights from the show were used, it would fit quite well. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't get anything on that question.
I know exactly what they mean. Basically, the
Oh,
way
that's good.
the lights work on Main Street, it's cut off between the statue and the actual street. So
Like that.
I would have to kind of work the lights a bit more and change it so that goes further down Main Street, because in like a scenario when I was setting the lights up, you don't really think, oh, I only need half of Main Street, you know? But yeah, otherwise it's just all of like Main Street turning off, and then people coming into the park would be like, I can't see. So, because I remember during our Illuminate parade, the amount of people that said I can't see, I would be rich if I had $1 for every time someone said that.
I can confirm that it was quite dark during that parade.
Yeah. But it
You
wasn't that
couldn't
bad
even
though, I don't
see.
think. I feel like because all of the Main Street lights were different color anyway, it kind of looked nice. But
True. We've got another nighttime question. Can you try to have more parades that take place at night in the game?
we
I'm
do want a
assuming
nighttime parade. We want to make one, but I just feel like it would clash with the amount of nighttime shows we have right now. I don't know what it is, but I hate having shows at like 3 a.m. in game time because it just doesn't look right. You know what I mean? Because
looks
realistically,
Mickey.
yeah, literally. Because realistically, a Disney park closes at what, like 11 or whatever. So I just feel like it looks out of place if it's past midnight. But yeah, maybe one day. We do want to make one, so it's on the table.
It
I feel
would be
like-
nice to sometimes see like a parade similar to Paint the Night or the Main
Yeah.
Street Electrical Parade.
That's like originally what we were gonna make. We were gonna make our own version of Paint the Night, so it would be cool. We haven't started anything, but we've spoken about it.
There are a lot of ideas on the table.
Yeah.
Next up, Alana asked, what is going on with the Mad Teacups?
That ride is a bit delayed right now, but essentially what we're doing is we're making it so that guests can actually spin the cups. If anyone has purchased access to my new theme park, Adventure World, it's not a teacup ride, but it's a similar system, and you get to spin the cups, and it's so funny. So I really wanted to add that into DLW. I just need to get the motivation to start doing it, and then I would say I need Ryan to look at the scripting, but I feel like most of it would just be taking it from Adventure World and plopping it in. So it could be done in like a day. I just need to do it. I'm lazy, guys. Okay.
Didn't know that yet. Moving on. When will the Royal Banquet Theatre be open?
It's kind of decoration right now. I don't know if there's any need for it because food isn't really like what's the word, a necessity for DLW. So I don't really see a point in making a full separately themed restaurant. It's kind of just there right now. I'm tempted to just like remove the signage. But yeah, sorry if anyone's upset at that. But then again, it would be a good opportunity to do character dining because that's very rare in the park right now. So
It does happen from time to time, but as the management team has noticed, it does really take up a lot of space, and we don't regularly have enough space in one restaurant to house all of the guests that want to see the characters.
yeah,
What we
that's
normally
why
do is we place it in multiple different restaurants around the park. Like that, we can do crowd control at multiple places in the park and have
yeah,
it still not be chaotic in a way.
that's a good idea. But then
Uh,
again, if you have so many people, you might as well just do a meet and greet. You know what I mean? So it's a tough one.
we have seen a huge increase in meet and greet lines recently as well. Certain meet
Yeah,
and greets will last up to 60 minutes, especially popular characters such as Mickey Mouse, which
tell me
is
about it.
not regular to it's not regular to see in Disney parks on Roblox that meet and greet lines are that long, but they
Yeah,
are getting to the point where it's getting to a real meet and greet line like in real life.
yeah, literally, it's insane. It really is. Because I think the way we worked it out is roughly it takes 4 minutes per guest. We have timed it, and that's like the approximate. Some people just come in, get an autograph, and leave. But if you kind of want an interaction, it takes like 4 to 5 minutes, sometimes even longer per guest. So when it says like 60 minutes outside the queue, it could be longer, it could be shorter, I don't know. But roughly it will
It's
take like an hour. It's insane to me how people on Roblox like wait in a line. It's so cute.
I have seen the Princess Pavilion at 90 minutes before,
Oh my god.
which is well,
That's so
compared
crazy.
to the Princess Pavilion in real life, and it's literally the same wait time.
I can't remember the maximum amount of minutes the pavilion has. I want to say it's 120 to 140 is like the maximum amount of guests. I'll have to check, but no, like it's crazy how you guys wait in that line. Like I don't know how you do it.
Yeah. I mean, I do it in real life all the time.
Oh,
As
that is true.